Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we'll be showing you how we hacked away our entire kitchen. So here's what the kitchen used to look like, and I don't know who decided to have this blue-green kitchen, but it is what it is. So we started off basically by removing the shelves and unscrewing every screw that we could find. So we were able to remove all of the kitchen doors just by unscrewing the hinges, so that was quite straightforward. This part took about maybe 1 to 2 hours for both of us to do. The only thing is like Lun had the power drill, whereas I only had a handheld screwdriver, so he basically removed all of the kitchen doors and I was only able to remove 4 of them. So yeah, I mean, if you guys can find like 2 power drills, probably better to bring them both lah. When we were done removing all of the doors, we started unscrewing the screws that were holding the cabinets to the walls. So that's the close-up that I'm showing you here. They're still like normal screws, so we were able to remove them with the power drill. Oh yeah, and we also got some safety equipment like earplugs and gloves and safety goggles. Safety first.
See how very properly.
Yeah, because it did get really messy when we were actually hacking away the entire kitchen, because we found out like even after unscrewing the screws in the cabinets, they were still pretty stuck onto the wall. And so what Lun did was just pry open this false ceiling part of the cabinet, and initially he used like a screwdriver and a hammer to like split apart the edges, but we ended up using like a crowbar instead. So yeah, and I really recommend, if you guys are planning to do this, at least have 2 people working on it together, because it's probably easier if like one person can hack at the edges of the cabinets and then the other person supports it. So yeah, we didn't have a lot of footage at this part because my phone ran out of battery, but yeah, after we removed it, we found out that there were like holes in the walls where there weren't any tiles. And it's so funny lah, it's probably like when they first constructed the estate, they just decided to save a few tiles like that. So funny that they left this blank just to save a few tiles.
One is the management, that means the developer who did this last time.
So funny. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? That if you don't need it. Yeah, okay, then now here comes the hard part, which is removing like the kitchen countertop. So luckily for us, this was a very old kitchen and it didn't use like any quartz or actual like stone material, because I think if it was like a hard stone material, we probably wouldn't have been able to remove it. But it was this plastic countertop that was actually relatively easy to hammer away. I mean, so it wasn't like easy lah. We took some time to figure out how to do it, and Lun bought this like sawing thing to try to like break it up into smaller pieces, and it was really dusty and really horrible. So yeah, we really don't recommend it, because all we were wearing was the normal like surgical mask and so much dust was everywhere. And because we didn't really want to disturb our neighbors also, so we closed the windows and the doors to the kitchen. So we was basically like working in a cloud of dust, like toxic dust or what. Yeah, but we found out that it's actually so much easier to simply just hammer this countertop material and it would shatter into pieces. So actually we didn't have to go through the trouble of trying to saw it. So yeah, I think if your kitchen is like if your kitchen has like quartz countertop or some other hardy material, I don't know whether you would want to hack your own kitchen. Maybe leave that to the contractors or something, but luckily for us it was okay lah, so we managed to do it ourselves. yeah, because of that, we saved a bit of money because we didn't need the contractors to do it for us. So the hacking of like the remaining kitchen countertops probably took like 3 hours ish. Yeah, this part we are just trying to break apart all of the different boards into smaller pieces so that we could discard it properly, and there were a lot of nails sticking out of the wooden board, so luckily we had gloves to keep our hands safe. This is how the kitchen looks like once we were done with all of the hacking. We ended up with a lot of rubbish. Okay, can we go and see the pile of rubbish?
Yeah.
Which we dispose of it bit by bit. So yeah, we spent the rest of the day just cleaning up the insane amount of dust. We were just like sweeping it up. I don't think we actually vacuumed it because it seemed like not very necessary. So this is like the only portion of the renovation that we are doing before our contractor comes in. So we thought like, okay lah, since this part is done, and then the contractors will probably come in and do their own renovation, right? So we don't really have to clean it up that much since renovation is quite a dirty process anyway. So we kind of left it as it is, and then a few weeks later our contractor came in and they started doing the tiling works, which will be linked in another video. We did come back a few days after that just to clean up the edges, and we also started measuring our doors because we are replacing the doors that we have here. So we just took a bit of measurements and did a bit of planning for what our kitchen layout would be, meaning like where we would put the fridge and the stove and the oven and things like that. So now that we broke down the kitchen into like its bare bones, we were able to see like how to lay out our different components of the kitchen in a way that we wanted to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think the next video will probably be the tiling works that we hired a contractor to do, so stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.